Hello and welcome to the Israel Conference in Los Angeles. Hello, we're here with Daniel Mori. Hi, Daniel.
Hello.
Somebody told me that you do fun stuff.
We make video games, so that's fun. So that's what we're all about.
You have to be more specific because people in the house said, oh my God, I want to know which game he made.
So I work for a company called Foundation 9 Entertainment. It's one of the largest independent video game developers in the world. It's a collection of studios located primarily in North America, but we have a studio in the UK and 2 in India.
Wow, nice. So it's true that in the middle of your work you're playing pool and everything?
That's all I do, yeah. I just play pool and play video games all day. It's the greatest job on earth.
I guess we'll never know.
No, we make lots of games. We make games all the way from online games for kids to core games that exist on the PlayStation 3 and 360. So all of our studios do different things within the ecosystem of video game development.
Can you do more like a feminine character in your games?
We do lots of those. We do lots of games for girls. We did a whole series of games called the Charmed Girls Club for Electronic Arts. And it was all about just dressing up your model and figuring out how to get a date to the prom.
I don't know why, but when a girl kick the other person, huge muscle guy, ass.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It's exciting.
Just like reality.
Yeah. So tell me about the future.
The future is pretty exciting. Everything right now is sort of going over to the social media space and the handheld platforms. So the iOS and Facebook have certainly become real platforms for the game industry. So we're in a sort of an interesting period of transition, but it's a great period for small companies to innovate and and succeed.
Wow, every guy in Earth envy you.
Ah, thanks. Well, I'll take that as a compliment, I guess.
So thank you very much and good luck.
Yeah.
And I guess we're going to hear about you.
I hope so. Just keep making games. We have a couple games coming out this summer. One's Green Lantern with the movie. We're also making Shinobi for Sega, which is going to exist on the Nintendo's 3DS device. So lots of games.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Did you ever been in Israel?
Never have. But.
Oh my God. By the next year that I'm going to come here to interview you, you're going to say, yeah, I put a note in the Kotel Ma'aravi and everything.
I'm ready to go. I've only heard nothing but great things, so all I need is the invite.
You're more than welcome.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Mike, right?
Yeah, Mike Levine.
Tell me about your activity for the IDF.
Well, I'm on the boards of Friends of the IDF, and I was just over in Israel for 7 months. I volunteered, just helping out, do whatever work the soldiers didn't want to do. And with Friends of the IDF here in Los Angeles, I help raise funds so that we can help humanitarian causes for the soldiers, sending them to school, helping soldiers that don't have enough money or funds or problems at home, and helping lone soldiers. There's quite a few programs that we get involved in Israel.
Tell me about the fancy dinner with the Chief of Command, the Ramatkal of Israel.
Oh, yeah, when I was over in Israel, we had a trip. We traveled. There were many of us that traveled throughout Israel. And we met with many leaders. We met with Benny Gantz, his brother Razi Gantz. We met with I don't even remember everyone. There were generals and generals and generals. It was a great time.
Kevin and Alan. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
It's we're happy to have you here in LA in this conference.
It's always great to be in Los Angeles, especially when it's this beautiful outside.
Yeah, it's great weather. So tell me a little bit about you, because people heard about your action, but they never saw you. So put it together.
Well, sure. So we run stock exchanges, and we're unique in the world in having a two-tier stock exchange system. So we have our TSX Venture Exchange, which is geared to early-stage companies, in many cases pre-revenue companies. So it's really a public venture capital platform. And then we have our Senior Toronto Stock Exchange, which is more of a traditional stock exchange catering to more senior companies. And what's unique is that our Junior Venture Exchange, which is just over 10 years old, has produced 600 companies incubated and moving from the junior stock exchange to the senior. It's been very, very successful. And my friend Alan here is an example of someone using it.
So Alan, tell me more about it.
Hi, my name is Alan Friedman. I am a founder of Adira Energy, which is it's an Israeli business. We have offshore oil and gas licenses offshore Israel, and we're the first Israeli business to list on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So a real good example of an Israeli business getting exposure to the Canadian markets and raising capital in North America, and of course making this very exciting story of oil and gas in Israel a story that can access capital and investment from North America.
What do you think about this conference?
I think it's very well organized, and boy, it's action-packed. Lots of information, lots of people, lots of networking. Real kudos to the people who've organized it.
Thank you for coming. And what do you think about the joint forces of Israel and America? And
well, I think it's fantastic that Israel, a small country in the middle of the Middle East, have got exposure to the people here in California and the USA, and to expose the most unbelievable and innovative people and products and companies to the Americans and vice versa. I think it's a great partnership, and even though we're in a northern state of the US called Canada, we found our way over here, and we're very happy to be here. And what we want to do is get this forum up to Canada.
Wow. And I want to see you next year here in this conference.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you. I am looking forward to the next speaker very much. Although I thought you did a very nice job, Kevin. But with that, let me tell you just a touch about my business. Our business is investment in Israel and investment in very early stage. We actually create companies. But let me give you a bit of a vocabulary lesson here, if I may, because we talk about business incubation, we talk about technology incubators in Israel, and you must know how it's different from the US. When we think about business incubation in the US, sometimes it's referred to, a bit derisively perhaps, but referred to as a real estate play. In Israel, if you're in a government licensed incubator, it means that that incubator invested in your company. We are investors. We are very efficient in our use of capital. That's a euphemism. It means we don't invest a lot of money. But we take it for a great run. We began our business in 1993 as a business development organization working with young companies and being in Israel at really a time of phenomenal growth. And we built a rather nice business development practice that morphed over the years into an investment company. Today, the Trendlines Group is our principal investment vehicle, although we also have two venture funds, one of which is fully invested, and one of which is brand new and just did its first close. The Trendlines Group owns two business incubators that are licensed by the Israeli government. Operating in the north is our Mizgav incubator, which is focused on the life sciences, principally medtech, medical device. And in the south, our Mofet incubator is focused on green tech. That's to say principally agricultural opportunities, but also in general in the clean tech field. Next slide. We try to bring together these three elements. We are business development people. While our business is indeed investment, we perceive ourselves and we look for skills in our staff that focus on business development.
So I'm typically looking for something that I could explain to my grandmother if she were alive in one sentence. So it has to be very, very simple. And other than that, you want people that, I want to see people that I feel that have a chance to go the distance. that I feel are backable. It doesn't mean that they have to be proven. It doesn't mean that they have to be second-timers. But I don't want to invest based on the premise that I'm going to bring a CEO later. Because I want to be very loyal and supportive to my CEOs.
Well, I guess my first thought is that if there's anyone in the audience thinking about starting a company, please do. It's something that's so critical to our country, to Israel, to the entire world, that creating those really valuable jobs, increasing competitiveness, future expansion, it's absolutely critical. And now is a good time to start companies and to seek funding. I think one of the challenges that many entrepreneurs have is knowing how to go about that. And there's a lot of resources out there. Certainly Silicon Valley Bank is one of those resources. But figuring out how big your idea is, what's really sizing the market and being very disciplined and having a lot of support for the market you're going after, how much money you're going to need, and what time frame you're going to be able to do that, and really understanding what's defensible and proprietary about your approach are absolutely critical. Whether you're starting with friends and family, your own bank account, whether you're bootstrapping it, whether you're going after strategic investors, small niche venture firms, or more established institutional venture firms, and again, getting back to how much money you're going to need and how you stage those dollars. One of the challenges we see are companies that raise too much money too quickly, spend that money too fast, they haven't hit enough milestones, and then they really have trouble getting follow-on financing.
Let's give a big round for our panel.
Gentlemen, thank you so much, Warren. Thank you for your insight and wisdom. We appreciate it. And for you as well, we're going to grab a little challenge. We appreciate it. And Aaron, thank you kindly. You brought gifts for all of us. It's very cool. And we'll grab a quick picture here. And I want to tell you that this is the way we love to know that everyone's interested in the financing of Israeli companies, taking them public from idea to the public markets. Thank you. Big round of applause for our...
Hello, Rabbi Aryeh Markman.
How are you?
Good to see you here in this business event.
This is fantastic. This is, you know, it's great promotion for Israel. Everybody's trying to do business for Israel, and people need to, Israelis need to come here, show what's going on, because not everybody's going there to see what's going on. And that's what we're trying to do as well. We're trying to bring business people to Israel to see the startup nation, you know, the great high-tech wonder that Israel is. So the traffic's got to move to Israel in terms of people seeing high-tech and what's going on, and the Israeli businesses need to come to the United States to show what they're doing.
I heard a lot about your activity in Aish Torah. Yesher Koach. And I want to ask you, so you're going to bring this year a lot of people to Israel?
Yeah.
Also?
I mean, just aside from all the, you know, the business trips that we want to do, in the next month we're bringing 200, just out of LA, 250 students. But we have one program. We're bringing 1,000 kids from college to learn how to do Hasbara on campus when they get back this summer.
Hello, Dan from the Jewish Federation.
Hello, how are you?
Tell me, what do you think about this conference?
I think this conference is amazing. I think it's very important that our American community, especially the Jewish community here in Los Angeles, has a strong connection with Israel. One of the best ways to do it is through businesses.
So the Jewish Federation also very active in this area, right?
Correct. We're really committed to ensuring that our community is very well connected with Israel, as well as other groups in the non-Jewish community. We take lots of missions to Israel of non-Jews and Jews. We do lots of programming in LA. And one of the great things about this conference is that there's tons of young people from LA in the business world who are looking to get into the business world, who either want to work in Israel, want to invest in Israel, and it's a great thing. And it's something that the Jewish Federation definitely is happy to see.
Well, thank you very much for your action here and there, and I hope to see you next year here too, and I want to wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything. Good morning, Jeff Pulver.
Boker Or.
Boker Or.
Well, good morning. It's Boker Or, right? So good morning to you. How are you?
So tell us about the conference.
This conference was great. If you're trying to do business in Israel, whether you're an Israeli in America trying to connect or you're trying to understand what's going on, it's a wonderful place to be. You meet people from very many different backgrounds, and the people is great. It's just an awesome experience.
Tell me a little bit about your dream.
I have several. One of them is just to have fun and to enjoy the opportunity to let other people's dreams come true. I dream I really believe in entrepreneurship. I really believe in innovation. And I believe that maybe the best gift you can ever give somebody is to believe in them and then tell them. I believe that we can do lots of great things, but we just have to try a little bit. And it's a little bit of niceness goes a very far way.
So, do you think next year is going to be much better, or it was like some record here in this year?
I think each year gets better because we learn from it, we grow from it, and we connect from it. And it's the offspring of the connections that will drive more great things to happen. And this conference will continue to grow as more and more people discover what's happening, and then it becomes like a thing to be at. And yeah, I think it's going to be really good.
Tell me about the secret about your next project.
I'm working on a new project. It's actually a new startup which is based in Israel and in America, and hopefully by next year it won't be such a secret, but we'll see.
Yesterday I saw you dancing in the show, and whoever wants to see it, I'm going to put it in the website. You're dancing and singing.
I take having fun seriously. I believe that if you're having a good time, you might as well share it with other people, and that if you have a chance to extend fun, it's awesome. Why not? So yes, I am pro fun. I'm all about having a good time and sharing with others and encouraging other people to let loose and just be themselves.
Oh, thank you very much. So this is the official closure for this amazing event. So see you next year, and thank you very much for everything.
We'll see you in June and every June. Bye-bye and shalom.